This is the final stop of our 1-month Viking cruise adventure before we arrive in Bangkok, and we are taking you to the impressive city of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We will take you to some of the best things to do in Kuala Lumpur.
So we're on the ground in Kuala Lumpur right now. It's about an hour bus ride from the port. But along the way, of course, you get to see the city and how it becomes from the port area into the metro area. There's tons of high-rises, a lot of condominiums. You see some of the old structures that they had built in the past, but most people live in condominiums and they're tall. And a lot of beautiful architecture, like maybe you can see behind me. It's not nearly as dense as Singapore, but it reminds us a lot because the city's only, I think, 120, 130 years old. So pretty modern, really interested to start here in the museum and learn about the area.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out.
We're inside the museum now. It's actually a very beautiful building. It's shaped like a temple, and there are 4 galleries in it. Our 2 favorites are Gallery A and B. Gallery A covers the prehistoric time, and it even includes a discovery of a prehistoric man from something like 10,000 years ago who was found in a cave. Gallery B and some of the others cover more recent Malayan history.
One of the hidden gems of the museum here is this sky behind me. It is the oldest ever found man, Homo sapien, in Malaysia, dating back 10,000 years. And it's unique because, of course, it's so old, but also because it was found in almost its full anatomical state. So it's a real gem here and a hidden gem in the museum. Another hidden gem here in the museum that you might not expect is this diorama behind me. You don't usually expect dioramas to be a hidden gem, but one of the things we've been thinking about is how Islam is so prevalent in this area, and this kind of tells the story. This is 1400 and the Sultan being converted to Islam. And so as he was converted to Islam, he of course spread that through the kingdom, and not only converted the people here, but it also drew other people from other Islamic nations to the area. And now 70, 80, 90% of the population is Islam. This is actually where Kuala Lumpur all started. Behind me is the cricket field, and when the British came here to colonize, the first thing they built was a cricket field and then infrastructure around that. So this is actually the cricket field. There's a club over here that still doesn't have no women, no dogs, no children, but it's a tradition around here for the women to go in there and step in and break the rule. But it's, again, really hot, but it's where it all started here in Kuala Lumpur. So you can see Malaysia's upcoming tallest building behind me, and I will tell you, we were just talking about how hot it is here. It's really hot in Kuala Lumpur. She said it was about 94, 95 Fahrenheit today with 80+% humidity. But then she said, you know, you better get ready for Bangkok because it's hotter, but they don't have the humidity, so it's actually better here. I don't know if I agree with that. Having been raised in Louisiana, it was always the humidity that drove me crazy. It's definitely humid here, but I'm crazy amazed at how much the shade helps. So it really is hot in the sun. It's better in the shade, and we'll see about that humidity. We're here in Kuala Lumpur at the Malaysian War Memorial, and it may look a little familiar because it's by the same artist that did Iwo Jima in Washington, D.C. So the Prime Minister was so impressed with the one in America that he actually commissioned the artist to do this one. And it's interesting because they said he actually posed for the artist, and he is actually the face that's represented in these soldiers up here. So it's a very interesting connection to DC, and it's a really neat place.
We're learning that you can actually take a train from here in Kuala Lumpur
to Singapore,
Yeah.
to Bangkok, to a lot of the other cities in the region.
Yeah, this is really interesting because as we think about traveling here more, it really kind of has this hub opportunity like we do in other places where you can be somewhere, enjoy it for a while, and then take a quick train somewhere without the hassle of air and a lot of distance and that kind of thing. Pretty cool.
We're in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, right underneath the Petronas Twin Towers.
Yeah, if you've ever seen anything out there in the world about Kuala Lumpur in the last 26 years, it probably was this building. This one is famous because it is built as twins. There's twin towers, and it's connected on the 41st and 42nd floors, as you can see there, by this bridge. And there's a lot of history about how they wanted to have a Malaysian cultural influence. So it's got a combination of Hindu, Muslim, and Chinese religious influences here, including how many floors there are and all these other things. But what's also neat is the hallway across the 41st and 42nd floors are actually there to stabilize the building and give it some flexibility in case there's tremors. They don't have earthquakes here, but they wanted to make sure they had that there, and so it's all good and safe.
We finally arrive in Thailand. Look out for our Bangkok video coming soon.